More than 1 million families were displaced and thousands of black communities were completely destroyed due to the Federal Aid Highway Act of 1956. The act, which was the largest infrastructure project in the history of the country at the time, authorized the construction of 41,000 miles of interstate highways, enabling faster and more seamless travel across the country. The act also bolstered American economy as the delivery of goods became more efficient, which helped countless industries grow. But as the construction of American highways increased, black communities were negatively impacted. Historians and city planners argue that the planners of the act intentionally routed highways through black communities. Furthermore, government agencies used eminent domain to take the homes of black people with less than fair compensation. While the displacement and disenfranchisement of black people through city planning and infrastructure building may sound like a thing of the past, it is very much still happening. For example, in Gulfport, Mississippi, a black community founded by the formerly enslaved and consisting of over 100 homes was demolished for a proposed highway project more than a decade ago. Construction of that project is still not started. And just this week, the U.S. Secretary for Transportation has been under fire for simply acknowledging the racial history tied to infrastructure during the White House press conference. Joining us to discuss is activist, author, philosopher, Dr. Cornel West. Dr. West, like a significant aspect of racism is proximity. How much of the racism we see related to city planning and infrastructure is about and was about keeping black people in a specific place and away from white people?
Well, a lot of it comes down to, brother, it's a power grab. It's a land grab to reinforce segregation, to reinforce apartheid in its various forms, but most importantly, to ensure that there's white elite power at the top. And that's the crucial thing. The whole country is based on gentrification. The whole country was a land grab and a power grab against indigenous peoples and to steal the African peoples and African bodies to be enslaved in the New World. That's another power grab based on money, based on greed. So what we see now in a more subtle way are the basic tendencies of the worst of the country going back to its founding.
The acts like the redlining and eminent domain have been used consistently throughout American history to basically physically move black people. How do black people overcome that power dynamic?
Well, one is we must always accent our resilience and our resistance. See, black folk, we are great people now. You know, the very fact that you and I are still here as black men in our right minds is a major achievement. It wasn't designed that way. And then when you spill that over...
I'm going to have to ask my mother if I'm still in my right mind, but I'm going to take your word for it, Dr. West.
But the very fact that it spills over into flowering and flourishing communities, we have to sustain our resilience, sustain our resistance by what? Telling the truth. By what? Having integrity, courage to organize, courage to mobilize, and most importantly, bring power to bear, power and pressure to bear. Not just in the form of words, but bodies in the street, institutions and structures that are resisting.
The administration has put into this infrastructure bill $1 billion to help address this issue. But $1 billion is nothing, literally nothing, when it comes to addressing these issues. It's a drop in the bucket. How are we supposed to take that, Dr. West? Is that some sort of tokenism, some sort of symbolism that allows them to talk about it? Because you can't move one road with $1 billion.
That's exactly right. But there's two levels of this I think it's very important to keep in mind. One is the Biden leadership itself. It's mediocre. It is milquetoast. Then we got black leadership that too easily gives in, that too easily conforms to what the federal government gives, what the Biden administration gives. If we had high quality black leadership, bringing power and pressure to bear, which is partly a matter of just listening to the things on your show, because we still got the filibuster issue as it relates to voting rights. that a black leadership hasn't hit head on in Congress the way it ought. But then Biden's leadership itself needs to be radically rendered accountable. Let me put it that way.
And how do we do that? What do you believe that the Biden administration should be doing, particularly around issues like this, things that really do affect black communities, where they have the power to fund programs that would get rid of it, but they're only throwing $1 billion at it, which will do nothing? How do we get their attention? The bill's already passed now. How do we get their attention to really put a real commitment to issues like this and not just lip service? It is great. I will submit this. It is great. The power of language is great. The fact that Buttigieg stood at that microphone and said that infrastructure was used in a racial way against black people is a great thing. However, it is not an action. And how do we get the Biden administration to engage in the actions that are going to actually change these things for black people?
See, that's the right question, though, man, because even for Brother Buttigieg to get up there and say what he said, he just saying 1 + 1 is 2. See, I don't give folk a whole lot of credit for saying 1 + 1 is 2. Just for so long, they didn't want to say anything at all, but it's just the truth. It's been in place for a long time. But at the same time, it's too late for this particular bill to reallocate the funds that black folk deserve. I mean, so that we've missed that boat. We just have to make sure that it doesn't happen again. We got to make sure that our low quality black leadership is called into question. Don't give in. Don't cave in so quick. And then bring the pressure to Biden himself, the way Manchin does on the right wing side of things. That's what we got to do on the other side. We got to fight for our folk, and we got to fight for our vision and our principles.
And also, I just want to just say that under the Obama administration, the secretary also brought this issue up. So I commend Buttigieg for doing it as well, but it's not the first time that anybody's ever brought this up. And so I think we need to just be acknowledging of history around this issue. This is a long-running issue, as you pointed out. Somebody's just acknowledging a truth that has existed throughout history. We should put that in some sort of context. That said, what grade, I keep asking you this, and I'm going to keep asking you this on the show. What grade do you give the Biden administration on issues related to black people at this point in his administration?
I'd give him a D+.
You don't grade on the curve, Dr. West. I appreciate that. You don't grade on the curve. Thank you so much,
I'm
sir.
like James
Dr.
Brown
West, thank you for joining me.
I got high standards, man. I got high standards.
Thank you, Dr. West, for joining me tonight. I really appreciate it.